800-984-4207. 800-984-4207. 800-984-4207. That's 800-984-4207.
Welcome to the show. It's Monday, October the 21st. This is Picks and Parlays Radio live on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network, live from Las Vegas. I'm Nick Geber, although it's been a rough weekend. Sometimes I really have to wonder just how alive I am. Find me on Twitter at Nick Geber. You can also find us. We are streaming live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Go to our site, picksandparlays.net. Anyway, this is a show that's guaranteed to cure your weekend hangover, because I'm sure you've had one with all the sports over the weekend. For me personally, getting up at 8:30 in the morning Pacific time, watching Liverpool at Old Trafford playing Manchester United. Difficult morning, but we did get the draw, so there we go. Lots to get to today. Big show, folks. We're going to cover some college football and NFL opening lines with Craig Trapp in our patented section, Craigulation time. We also might have a little chat about Monday Night Football if we've got time for that. And then Sean Higgs is joining us from, I believe it is the lovely Garden State of New Jersey. We're going to talk some college football. We have SMU at Houston, Oklahoma at K-State, and Texas at Texas Christian University. And then El Tigre himself, Tony the Tiger. Well, we'll have him on. We'll talk some World Series. Game 1, no Yankees. That's a good thing. And then, of course, the NBA, which starts. We're going to talk about why the returning champions are 100-1 to repeat. And then we're going to have the two favorites to win the championship playing for an opening night extravaganza. We're, of course, talking about Lakers at Clippers, but it's at the same place. So, take your pick. All right. That's what's on the table. We'd love to hear from you. It's very simple. We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. All you got to do is go online, make a comment while you're watching the show. We'll endeavor to put it up on the street and do our best to answer you live on the show. If you really got a great big pair and you want to call in and talk to us about your bets, you can do that as well. Just call into the studio, 800-878-7529. That's 800-878-PLAY. So we got Craig Trapp, we got Sean Higgs, we got Tony El Tigre Tellez. Those are the handicappers we got for you today. And as always, you can always go to our website, picksandparlays.net, get loads and loads of free picks, and of course our expert picks as well. And for your edification, we do have a special $100 off season NBA passes, including the playoffs. We've got packages for one handicapper at $5.99, two handicappers for $7.99. Think about that. Go online, buy up during the break. We'll be right back after this.
Prepare your vehicle for the weather ahead during Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on batteries and accessories. Plus, save on your next oil change with 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life motor oil and a MicroGuard filter, just $28.99. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, travelers. Do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call. Because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Message and data rate may apply. Please do not text and drive. See purple.com for terms and conditions.
And now for an important announcement. Do you, or does someone you know, sweat the bed? Do you ever wake up feeling like you've been sleeping on a slip and slide? Sweating the bed is a serious but a common problem that affects your sleep, health, and happiness. Plus, it's just plain gross. But it's not you. It's your mattress. Fortunately, there is a cure. It's called Purple. Purple is the only mattress with a scientifically engineered smart comfort grid. This patented technology is designed to let air flow freely so you sleep cool. Side effects of sleeping on Purple include sleeping better, feeling better, and, well, honestly, smelling better. Try the Purple mattress risk-free for 100 nights and never sweat the bed again. And for a limited time, pick a free Purple product with your mattress purchase by texting SLEEPY to 84888. The coolest sleep of your life and a free Purple product by texting SLEEPY to 84888. That's SLEEPY to 84888.
Hey, you're that famous actress. You must travel so much. What's the best site for hotel deals?
Hilton.com.
No. One with crazy savings.
Hilton.com. With the price match guarantee, if you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off.
No, one with lots of options.
Hilton.com has 16 top hotel brands. Hampton, Hilton Garden Inn, Waldorf Astoria.
Hilton.com. You should totally do their commercials.
Expect Hilton.
You're good.
I know, thank you.
Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com.
All right, welcome back to Picks and Parlays Radio on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Nick Geber. Find me on Twitter. Unsurprisingly, it's at Nick Geber. Love to hear from you. By the way, big hello to our men and women in uniform around the world who are listening on the American Forces Network. We love having you with us, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to speak with you as we do each and every weekday from 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on these networks. All right, well, we promised it. It's time. Joining me in the studio is Craig Trapp, El Guapo. This is a segment we call Craigulation Time. Joining us to give an in-depth analysis of the semifinals of the Rugby World Cup. Craig, what do you got for us today?
Right.
Let's do, shall we do college football and some NFL instead?
NFL. Let's start with NFL.
All right, let's do it.
NFL Week 8. It's here already. You believe that? We're almost halfway through the NFL season. I mean, this is crazy. Big night tonight. Of course, we finished with the Jets hosting in the Patriots, but we're going to be talking NFL Week 8 and talking some line moves here.
Well, let's start with Redskins-Vikings, shall we? Redskins 1-6, the Vikings 5-2. The Skins play 22 night games. They're 5-17 straight up and against the spread on these night games. The Vikings 16-4 at home. Craig, I have this at minus 16.5 points. Where are we now on this?
Well, the line actually opened at 14. I see it at 16 right now. The total opened at 40. I see it at 42 right now. I expect, the Thursday night football games, of course, get a ton of action, so this could move either way. I don't see it going back to 14, so if you're liking the favorite Vikings, you better get on it. The Redskins did look good on defense last week, but I think it had a lot more to do with the bad weather in Washington. All
right, let's move along, shall we? The love of your life, Craig. The team that you dream about at night. The Bengals. Unfortunately, it's been nightmares as of late. 0-7 against the Rams, 5-2. This is in London. The Bengals, well, we know they've been bad. The Rams have never lost a regular game to an AFC team under Sean McVay. That's an incredible statistic. But most importantly, over the past 10 years of this particular match, the underdog has gone 5-18-1 straight up and 8-16 against the spread. I know this is your team, Craig, but we have Rams minus 12.5 is what I have. What do you have?
The line opened at 9. It's 13 now. Ooh. The total is started opening at 47.5. I see it at 48.5. Don't forget these London games, the games played outside of the U.S., the overs have hit over 75% of the time in the last 5 years. So if you like the over, probably better get on it. It's already moving up a point already.
All right. So that is the Bengals-Rams. We won't belabor that one anymore. All right, next one, Cardinals-Saints. Cardinals 3-1, Saints 6-1. Saints have covered the spread in 16 straight October games. Craig, what do you have on this one?
Well, they're also 5-0 since Teddy Bridgewater took over for, of course, injured Drew Brees. Line opened at 7.5. Now it's 9.5. Cardinals coming off a nice win at the Giants, but very hot Saints team playing some of the best football in the NFL.
All right, Packers Chiefs is the next game. The Packers 6-1. The Chiefs 5-2. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, a big story. Has that been priced in already?
Well, the line, one of these advanced lines, this advanced line was one of the game of the years at Chiefs -4. Now, Packers -4.5 here. So you're getting a lot of points against the Chiefs team that did look good, at least on Thursday after Patrick Mahomes went out, but a big task to beat Aaron Rodgers and a home game. But remember, the Chiefs did lose the last 2 games at Arrowhead Stadium.
All right, next one. Should we do Dolphins and Steelers and then move on to some college?
Yeah,
All
Dolphins, Steelers, the line opened at 16, actually went down to 14.5, which is kind of surprising as bad as the Dolphins been. But I think it has more to do with, of course, backup quarterback for the Steelers. And, the Dolphins at least have looked a little better the last few weeks. And, you're getting a ton of points here either way, over 2 touchdowns.
Right, so the Steelers are 6-0, though, straight up in Monday night. Home games, 3-3 against the spread. Interesting stuff. So this has shifted quite a bit, actually, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in the other game to mention, Eagles at Bills. Eagles opened at 3.5. Now the Bills favored by 1.5. So, but I think the Bills have just been playing really good football. That has a lot more to do with it. And the Eagles coming off a terrible outing at Dallas.
All right, let's run along, shall we, to the collegiate ranks where we have athletes who can't spell their names, but will graduate with a bachelor's degree in something. Where shall we start?
Yeah, college football week 9, USC at Colorado. I believe that's the Friday night game, if I remember right. USC.
Well, it doesn't matter what day it is. At USC, they can pay to make it whatever night you want it.
They're open as a 10-point favorite. USC now 13-point favorite. Kind of surprising since Colorado has at least been pretty good against the number. 59.5 the total. Now it's at 62. So if you're going to get in on the over, you might want to do it now.
Yeah, absolutely. What's next? What do you have next?
Indiana at Nebraska. Surprisingly, Nebraska was a 2-point underdog when this line came out. Now Nebraska is a 1-point favorite. Indiana's been playing pretty good. I mean, under the radar team that you probably don't hear much about. Nebraska, Scott Frost really needs this game. So I think that line movement is more than justified.
Should we do SMU at Houston?
I don't have that game. The next game
so
I
let's
have
not then.
Oklahoma at K-State. Oklahoma, of course, maybe the hottest offense in the country right now. Jalen Hurts has been playing great. 19.5 this line open. Now it's at 23.5 at Kansas State, where, of course, it's not a place that you usually like to lay big numbers. Kansas State's usually pretty good as a home underdog.
Well, interestingly enough, it's the number 1 scoring offense against one of the best passing defenses in college football. I saw the stat, though, that Oklahoma are 50.4 points a game. This should be a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma's offense is, it seems like you turn the TV off for 5 seconds, you turn it back on, they've scored twice. I mean, that's how fast they're scoring right now. In a conference that scores a lot, the next game, Texas at TCU.
Oh, there we go.
Another, of course, Big 12 matchup. TCU opened as a 2.5-point favorite. Now Texas Longhorns are a 1-point favorite. TCU has owned this series in recent years, so that one is one to watch as the Battle of Texas.
And TCU 2-4 against the spread. Okay, what do you have next?
Miami at Pitt. Miami has not been playing well. Pitt coming off a nice weekday win at Syracuse last week. Now Pitt is opened at -2. Now Pitt is a 5-point favorite. I mean, it's pretty surprising how we went into the year with Hurricanes, had a lot of positive momentum in the media. Now, not the darling, as they've been really bad this year.
All right, do we get to Notre Dame, Michigan at all?
Oh, yeah, Notre Dame at Michigan. This one, of course, classic matchup. 2 of the best teams historically in football. Notre Dame, of course, needs this win if they want to. Well, they both need the win, but Notre Dame, if they want to win out and try to sneak back into the playoff after losing at Georgia. Michigan opened as a 4-point. I think this was an advanced line as a 4-point favorite. Now they're only a 1-point favorite against 2 teams that. Michigan with 2 losses, the loss at Penn State, they had a chance right on the goal line, got stopped. So Michigan, another tough game here.
All right. Are we talking about Arkansas, Alabama, or are we passing on that one?
No, Texas Tech at Kansas is what I have next. We saw a big line movement
here.
Oh, yeah. Remember, Kansas almost beat Texas last week. They had the lead with just 45 seconds and then let Texas come down and kick a field goal to win the game. Texas Tech opened as an 8-point favorite. Now Texas Tech is a 3.5-point favorite. I was kind of surprised here. I just think Kansas is getting a lot of credit after really just one solid performance under the belt.
What else do you have?
Well, I thought we'd probably go over the Monday Night Football game tonight. An interesting matchup. Of course, the Patriots have been the darling in the NFL, undefeated. The only other undefeated team, of course, is the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, but the thing about the Patriots, and I hate to say this, it's not just been their offense that's been spectacular. I mean, their defense has been jaw-dropping, hasn't it? I mean, coming up with huge plays, making it happen. They seem like really, I can't remember a time when they've seemed like quite this full of a package.
Well, they've been this good on defense in the past, but not recently, until really the last year in the playoffs when they really tried to figure things out. But the Patriots, this is a big number. This line was as high as I saw at 10.5. Now it's at 10. The Jets are one of those teams that seem to always play the Patriots pretty tough when it's in New York. So that one's an interesting matchup. Line at 10 right now and the total at 43.
Al
Really
Ninos,
exciting.
by the way, on YouTube says he likes the Pats, but he's not crazy about the spread. That's interesting.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could
Yeah.
take it money line at even money, I would
Right,
take
of
the
course.
Patriots as well.
You're not going to get it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like minus 350 or 400, which obviously we wouldn't do as a handicapper. I think this one is going to be a closer game. If I was going to play the side with my top play is actually on the total, I was going to play the side, I would take the Jets here getting all these points. I just think it's a little closer game. And like you said, the Patriots have played some lower scoring games because their defense is playing so
And
well.
lastly, England against the All Blacks, Rugby World Cup semi-finals. All right, you don't have anything on there. I didn't think you would. But if you want lots of great college football picks, if you want lots of great NFL, and of course NBA, college basketball's coming up, hockey, got everything for you at picksandparlays.net. Go online, you'll find loads of free picks, just like we give out today on the show. Tons of them on the site, and when you're ready, we got all sorts of expert picks for you, including a special offer, which I'll tell you about when we come back for our expert handicapping picks. I want to thank you, Craig. I'll be right back with Sean Higgs himself, right here on Picks and Parlays Radio.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Do you owe $10,000 or more on at least 2 federal student loans? Then you may qualify for new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-7851, 800-439-7851, 800-439-7851, 800-439-7851.
And we welcome you back to Picks and Parlays Radio. I'm your host, Nick Geber, in for Chelsea Messenger, who is getting ready to give birth any minute. I promised everyone we will attempt to live stream it, but she has other ideas. All right, I'm your host, Nick Geber. Find me on Twitter at Nick Geber. By the way, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Schmitter, Schmutter, Clutter, everywhere you want to be, we are streaming. This is the part of the show, though, where we are joined by another one of our expert handicappers joining us from the Garden State himself, Sean Higgs. Sean, how are you?
That's right. Dirty Jersey, baby. We love it out here.
Dirty Jersey. All right, well, we're going to do a little college football today.
Yes.
Shall we start with the SMU Mustangs against Houston? SMU is 7-0, 6-1 against the spread. They're averaging 350 yards per game, coming off a 45-21 win against Temple. Houston, though, they're 3-4. They're 3-4 against the spread as well, coming off a win over the Huskies that saw the coach's son, Logan Holgerson, start as quarterback. You know, is he taking a page out of the Trump playbook, I ask? Deshaun.
Thursday night action, and the Pony Express is back. I mean, Eric Dickerson is proud. I mean, yeah. Holgerson's son. I mean, the guy's a walk-on.
I know. Hey, it's great stuff, though, isn't it? I mean, this is the stuff. When the coach's son is a walk-on, everybody's eyes roll, right? But then when he gets it done, all of a sudden everybody says the guy's a genius. But look, it's he completed 7 of his 15 passing attempts for 123 yards and a touchdown. So he did okay, actually. Well, we'll see what happens, though. But for this, what do you got on this one? This is 12th ranked SMU, though. And the Mustangs are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. And the over is 6-0 in the Mustangs' last 6 games overall. Deshaun, what do you see here?
I see that, if King didn't decide to redshirt, Holgerson's son wouldn't be in this game. And let's be honest, these guys have packed it in. You're telling me there's no other scholarship quarterback on this roster? You got your son who came with you from West Virginia to play? So, listen, 13.5, you might think Houston, they'll be excited. It's a TV game on a Thursday night. I don't think so, man. I think SMU's going to roll these guys.
Yeah.
Last year they beat them. I had the score somewhere. I can't find it. Whatever. So, listen.
I believe that was the score, wasn't it? It was whatever?
Yeah.
The official score.
It was whatever.
It was a W. It was listed as a W.
45-31. 45-31. And SMU was a dog in that spot. They struggled to beat UConn, given 21 points. I mean, UConn's a bad team. So I look at like this is kind of similar to Cincinnati game. They lost that 38-10, Houston did. And I think SMU's probably a little better than Cincinnati. Maybe not as good defensively, but again, you're playing a walk-on quarterback. Mm-hmm. Forget it. SMU's got high hopes. They go, who knows? They run the table here. They got Memphis up next week on deck. So a look ahead, I don't think so, because here they're probably going to take a page from the Central Florida, hopefully go undefeated and land some kind of New Year's Day bowl. So I think they're going to be focused, and I think they're going to want to run a Houston team that's been pretty good over the last few years. That they want to run them out of their own house, get some little props for themselves. So I like them here. They got number 7 offense, 44 points per game. It's going to be I think it's a bit the Cincy game, like a 38-10, 44-14 type of affair. So I think they'll get it done here with 2 touchdowns.
Tell me about this, Selma. How is it that Derek King can just decide when you get off to a 1-3 start that all of a sudden he wants to be redshirted because he doesn't want the losing record? I mean, there's something wrong with that, don't you think?
And that's something like I had never even heard about that. Maybe it's got on, but not with like a star kind of player. This guy had 50 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I took him against Oklahoma out of the gate. Maybe he's thinking, you know what? I got a new head coach because I don't think he's leaving, and I think he took a wide receiver with him too. So maybe
there were apparently like several players who decided to redshirt.
They opened up pretty tough. You had Oklahoma, and who knows? Say they beat Oklahoma, then you got a different kind of ball game. So they're like, maybe they're thinking, we'll give this year, let some of these other guys get some reps. We'll come back next year. I don't know what he's thinking. I mean, draft position maybe, a better record.
I don't know. You know what?
I mean, I have no idea what their schedule is next year. So maybe they don't have a top 5 team like Oklahoma on the books to open up things. And here they could be like they were a couple years ago, 13-0 or something, and try to break through with that the Power 5 grip that they have on the playoffs.
You know what, Deshaun? I got news for you. He's a recruited quarterback. Maybe he isn't thinking. Okay, let's go next up, shall we? Oklahoma at Kansas State. We just talked about this brief. Oh, look, I'll just try this again. By the way, on YouTube, Hustle Wilson, great name.
Hustle Wilson, that's a great name.
Yeah, we're talking about the Monday night game. Says the Patriots should cover. The Jets' O-line is banged up. So, all right, let's get back to our college football, because in the last segment with Craigulation time with Craig Trapp, we were talking about Oklahoma, K-State. Oklahoma, the number 1 scoring offense. I mean, this is great stuff at 50.4 points a game. And as I mentioned at the time, Kansas State is considered one of the best passing defenses. K-State 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games. The total has gone under in 7 of K-State's last 8 games at home. But then you got to look at the other side with Oklahoma and their prowess. This is a tough one to choose, isn't it?
I don't think it's a tough one to choose.
No, I don't mean on the pick. I don't mean on the pick. I mean a tough one to choose. Is it going to be high scoring, or is the defense going to be able to hold them down? They're still going to lose, but the question is, what's the score going to be?
You know what? I couldn't find a total on this right now. There was
Maybe
no
that's
total
why.
It was like I think I saw like a 66 kind of flash up, but I don't know how they're going to score. I mean, K-State scored 13 against Oklahoma State, 12 against Baylor, 24 against TCU. I don't think TCU is a good team. I mean, they have one good win against Purdue with no quarterback. So,
59.
Yeah,
59. The total's 59 on this one.
59. Okay, so that's actually kind of low. So that tells you
that's what I'm saying. So if Oklahoma, they average 50 points a game, then you're saying, well, they'll maybe get 9 points, right?
No, I think they'll probably score about 40 or 45 because, as good as their offense is, number 22 ranked defense, pretty underrated here, giving up barely 20 points a game. And they're still playing Big 12 teams. And historically, this defense has been bad, where they're losing games, 50 to 42. So I think they're going to win this like 45 to like 14. I think they're going to put up their 40-plus points here.
All right.
I don't think K-State's going to score. I don't think K-State's scoring. I think the defense is better.
That was my point.
Sooners got a defense now. Sooners have a defense. I don't care about the K-State defense. That's a joke because they haven't played any offense like this before. So Jalen Hurts, he's got to be licking his chops. He's Tua get hurt. He's probably thinking, ha, look at me now. I'm going to throw for 40 touchdowns and run for another 25 on the ground. The guy's got 10 rushing touchdowns, and he's got two backs that are averaging like 8 yards a carry behind him. I mean, they're going to just shred this team up.
Well, let's put it this way. If Oklahoma's average is 50 points a game and the total's 59, I guess they're not giving very many points for Kansas State here, right? So let's go off, shall we?
It makes sense. It could be like a 40 – Chippewa defense would be like a 45-13 game under the total.
All right, I like it. Texas Longhorns, number 15 against TCU. Texas are 5-2. They're 4-3 against the spread, coming off a tight last-minute win against Kansas. They gave up 569 total yards versus the worst offense in the Big 12. TCU, they're 3-3. They're 2-4 against the spread. They're coming off a 24-17 loss to Kansas. Well, lots of Kansas here. Freshman quarterback Max Duggan having trouble throwing the ball, though, Deshaun. What do we have for this one?
Yeah. So it's a pick'em, which is real interesting because this is kind of like one of those low-hanging fruit games. Like I almost want to avoid when you have a ranked team in a pick'em versus TCU who struggled. Again, you beat Purdue, which isn't a big win when they're starting quarterbacks out. We've seen Purdue get trucked without a quarterback. Pine Bluff, and you beat Kansas, which listen, they gave Texas a big game last week, and they beat Boston College on the road. But you got you're playing K-State. Losing 24-17 there. I don't like this TCU team. I think you got quarterback problems. Is it a dual quarterback system? One guy over the next. Again, no. The pick is just. I don't know why it's so low. Like, give me Texas -1 here. Give me something. I mean, they're the better team. I mean, Ellinger's having a nice season. I'm 70 seconds he comes down. I thought that was a loss. Hey, that would have been crazy. But listen, Tom Herman in a near dog spot like this as a pick, he's got great trends as a dog coach. And basically in a pick 'em on the road, you're basically saying you're a slight fave. But I don't know. I kind of like Texas here just because they're the better team. They should win this game. If they want to take a step, they got to beat a down TCU squad here. Even if I think the line's a little kooky for me. I don't like that pick 'em. I kind of little sticky for me on it.
Sam Ellinger's thrown for 2,057 yards, 21 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and of course Keontae Ingram 423 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, rushing. There's going to be a lot here. You're right. Texas look good here. So
last year was 31-16. I could see something around similar to that. The Texas defense got abused last week. That was tough, and and they're. I mean, we've seen them lose to Oklahoma. You've seen them lose to LSU. That's expected. Maybe they're thinking Kansas, whatever, it's Kansas. But I like the Les Miles hire. I think he's going to hopefully turn that program around, bring it back to the Charlie Weiss days back in the 2000s. But, out of the blue back there, were pretty good. Kansas, K-State were pretty good teams. But in this spot, I'm going to go, you got a better head coach, I think, in Tom Herman right now.
Right.
A better quarterback for sure. Off a crazy game like that. He's a no-nonsense coach. He's going to be like, guys, that crap ain't going to fly. We got to do better. So I think the defense will step up, and we just got to win the game. Should be easy peasy.
All right, well, there you go. There are 3 college football matchups for this segment with Sean Higgs, SMU, Houston, Oklahoma, Kansas State, Texas Longhorns at TCU. And, of course, if you stick around till the very end of the show, we will recap all of Deshaun's picks. What's it like there in New Jersey right now? Getting cold?
You know what? It was about 40 this morning, and it's like 70 now. It's like the house is hot. It's like my kids are like, "Can we turn the air conditioning on?" I'm like, "This morning you're going out with like jackets and you want gloves, and now it's New Jersey weather. It's insane.
You like air conditioning? I got to see how my college football picks pan out. What are you talking about? Air conditioning.
Air conditioning. It's Halloween in a week. I'll turn the air conditioning on.
All right.
The other day, it was like they had frost on the cars the other day.
Oh, not the frost. Don't have that.
Yeah, the frost. Yes, it was frosty out here.
All right, Deshaun, we'll see you later on this week. Sean Higgs, by the way, you can find lots of Sean's free picks. Cheers. Lots of Sean's free picks up on picksandparlays.net. Be sure to go there. And, of course, expert picks available with a special offer. Be sure to take advantage of it. Up next, Major League Baseball and NBA. Oh, NBA time with Tony the Tiger. We'll be right back after this.
Today through next Tuesday, Lumber Liquidators Flooring Yard Sale has over 400 floors on sale, up to 50% off. It's a sale so abundant that it literally cannot fit in our showroom and must spill out onto our parking lot. Or, for the sake of the metaphor, our yard. Or is it our driveway? Let's not get caught up in semantics. What's important here is that there are many, many floors on sale, up to 50% off. These are the floors homes are built on. Lumber Liquidators Flooring.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number, 800-603-0885, 800-603-0885, 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Money Now 100 is not a lender, broker, or agent of any lender or financial advisor. We do not make loans or credit decisions. You must be 18 years or older and a U.S. resident to qualify. This is not an offer or solicitation to lend. I went to MoneyNow100.com and got the $5,000 I needed deposited in my account the next business day. If you need money for any reason, help is here. Go to MoneyNow100.com and get the money you need. Need to pay off credit card debt? Go to MoneyNow100.com. Need your car repaired? Need home improvement money? Visit MoneyNow100.com. If you need fast cash for any reason, go to MoneyNow100.com. Good, bad, or no credit at all. Go to MoneyNow100.com. You could get up to $5,000 as soon as the next business day. Go to MoneyNow100.com on your phone, tablet, or computer. Type in the address bar MoneyNow100.com. That's MoneyNow100.com.
Staples is more than a place you go to buy a new PC.
It's where an associate helped me find the latest tech I needed to work smarter, not harder. Where I got a protection plan plus 24/7 tech support that keeps me connected. And where I increased my productivity for a lot less than what I thought I'd spend.
Right now at Staples, you can save up to $270 on the latest PCs. Staples, for your business tech and beyond. In-store only, ends 10/26/19, while supplies last. Exclusions apply.
All right, we're back, and I know everyone's super excited about that here on Picks and Parlays Radio. I'm your host, Nick Geber. Find me on Twitter at Nick Geber. We're also streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Everywhere you are on social media, we are there with you. Think of us like we're the Russian government. We're there with you on social media every step of the way. All right, this is the segment, though, that we've been waiting for. Well, the other ones were good as well, but please welcome to the show one of our resident expert handicappers, Tony El Tigre Tellez, the Tiger himself. Tony, we've got some good stuff to get to today, including the World Series and a couple of NBA tip-off games, shall we, for the season. Good stuff, isn't it? About time we had the NBA back.
Yeah, very excited for both of them. NBA, soap opera for men. Then we have the World Series coming up here. And, Nick, we have the largest World Series favorite since 2007 as Houston favored minus 235 to win it all. The Nationals, the underdogs at plus 195.
That's really interesting. Why don't we start with World Series for a minute? Because, look, the Nationals have been underdogs every step of the way, Tony. I mean, they have just surprised. And that's a great bet to make. Look, first of all, the biggest losers here are the networks. Because if you told me that the networks wanted Washington, Houston for a World Series final, they'd have probably shot you, right? Shot you dead. They were hoping for an LA, New York type of thing. Would not have been bad. But, you like the Rolling Stones say, you can't always get what you want, but you might get what you need. And in this case, I think we've got a really interesting World Series matchup. Game one, this is the first ever World Series, though, for the Nationals. This is what I'm saying, Tony. They were at one point 12 games under 500. And here they are in the World Series. And just look at this guy. Matt Scherzer, right? 11-7, 2.92 ERA. In the postseason, struck out 27 batters, got a .85 whip. This is unbelievable stuff, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You add a 35% strikeout rate. That is just unbelievable there with Scherzer. And he's such a huge dog in this game number one. Of course, the odds have Houston minus 190. Nationals at plus 175. And as you said, Nick, you have to scratch it. Scherzer at plus 175. That's like, you almost got to take it. Those are just great odds because we could have a pitcher's, duel and we get into the seventh, you get into the bullpens and anything can happen. And one thing we know about Washington, we saw this in the Milwaukee series, Nick, and I felt when the Nationals scored those 3 runs in the 8th inning to win that wild card game, that momentum would carry them into the Dodgers series, which it did. And when you win games like that, and they did it again to the Dodgers in those late innings, they came with those clutch hits. That's what it takes in baseball are those clutch hits late in innings, and they can carry you a long way in baseball, in the baseball postseason.
The Astros, they're going to put up Garrett Cole, 20-5, 2.5 ERA. He's allowed only 1 run in 22 postseason innings. Look, I know this isn't the Yankees and the Dodgers, okay? The Astros are not a small club, don't get me wrong. But, this isn't the Yankees and the Dodgers. But actually, this is either going to be a blowout series or this is going to be one of the most exciting World Series in an awfully long time. And it's going to largely fly under the radar because neither one of these are like, number 1 and number 2 media markets. But I think it's going to be a great one. Who do you like for this game one?
Yeah, well, I would look here. I would recommend to play under the total of 7 runs. Yeah. I just think you've got 2 pitchers here. One thing, you've got both low whips, and when you have Garrett Cole, whose strikeout rate is 40%, you can get on jams with strikeouts. You're not going to give up those big innings. Matt Scherzer, 35% strikeout. You're not going to give up big innings when you can strike out almost 40%, 35% of the batters you face. That is just amazing here. And what I like about these two here is they go deep into games. They can give you 7+ innings. And, of course, all you need is just, bullpens here. The Nationals bullpens pitch a little better here in the playoffs. And, of course, I just think that would definitely be the play here. When you look at the numbers, they're just definitely pointing to a pitcher's duel in this one, low scoring.
Well, both these teams, the under is 5-1 in the Nationals' last 6 road games. We mentioned this, of course, is in Houston. And the under is 5-2-1 in the Astros' last 8 overall. And you mentioned these pitchers. These guys are both kind of Iron Men. They like to pitch as many innings in a game as they can. These aren't guys that are pitching 2 or 3 innings and then finding their way out for the big beer in the locker room.
That's right. And remember, the Nationals struggled against Walker Buehler. They couldn't hit him, and I think he's up there right there with Scherzer. And of course, that what goes under the radar here is Houston's getting a lot of clutch hits. They're only banging 201 over their past 10 games, but it seems they're getting the hits in the right moments. Sometimes that can even out a little bit, though.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. I have to tell you, I am personally, the baseball season seems to be interminable at times. But baseball is one of these sports, which has the best playoff system ever devised in American sports. It is brilliant. I mean, there's some teams that haven't made the playoffs in some people's lifetimes. That's how difficult it is to actually do really well in the playoffs in baseball. So when you get to the World Series, when you get to late in the playoffs, the championship series, this stuff is just, it's great. So I'm looking forward to this enormously. So we're going to say take the under on that one. Another very long season, but an exciting one nevertheless, of course, is the NBA season. And we've been waiting eagerly for it to tip off, and it is going to do that. We've curated a couple of the finest opening games for you, well, out of the enormous choices we've had. Pelicans at Raptors. Tony T, the Raptors are the reigning champions. They are 100-1 to repeat. Of course, it's been a big problem for them to see what they're going to do without Kawhi Leonard. And for the Pelicans, been a big off-season trading Anthony Davis for getting Lonzo Ball and all the problems that come with that, including Lonzo Daddy, who wants that, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. But the star draft pick, Zion Williamson, is out with a knee injury. Talk to me. Pelicans, Raptors.
Yeah, we're looking here at Pelicans, Raptors here. We're looking at the Raptors favored by 7. I like the Pelicans plus the points here, plus the 7 in this game. They've covered 2 straight Toronto, but the Pelicans were without Anthony Davis for much of last year with the drama, so they're used to playing without him. But one thing to note here is without Anthony Davis, they managed to be an offensively efficient team, especially with Drew Holiday healthy. They were on the top half of offensive efficiency, averaging 111 points per 100 possessions, and that's the Alvin Gentry system. He lets this team run, and of course, those numbers would have been better if Drew Holiday was able to stay healthy, but with Drew Holiday in the lineup, now with Lonzo Ball next to him, you got Brandon Ingram. I like the pieces they have around him, especially with their system. They're going to be a fast team with young players. One thing I note here with Toronto, yes, they've lost their players, you're looking at Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, Stanley Johnson. The replacements are not going to be as good. And, of course, Zion not being in there short term may be better for them because there's a learning curve you have in the NBA. So with Zion on the court, they might not be as efficient early on. But without Zion, I like the Pelicans a little better in this spot because they have a little more experience. They can run. And you don't know how Zion is going to adjust to the NBA game. It's a different game. It's becoming much more faster now, Nick.
Interesting. And yeah, we saw that, for example, with guys like Lonzo Ball when they came in, much highly touted young players, and took them a while to adjust. And then, of course, you have a crazy daddy and all the rest. It's, just problems. All right. My kids say that, by the way. I got a crazy daddy, therefore I have, huge problems.
Oh, millennials love the NBA.
They love the NBA. So what are you saying? Did you make a pick? Oh, did you make a pick, Tony? Yes, he did.
Yes, I did. I did say the Pelicans plus. Yeah, the Pelicans plus the 7. I like New Orleans plus the 7 in that game. And, of course, one thing I like the fact they were able to pick up J.J. Redick off the bench. You got these three-point shooters that can hit for them. And overall, I like their roster. And, of course, it's banner night for Toronto. Sometimes you have that letdown. There's no Kawhi there. But, again, what I see here, the difference is the pace of play is going to be very fast. And you got older players there for Toronto and Gasol as well as Ibaka. They're going to have trouble keeping up with this pace. New Orleans is going to play very fast in this game.
You see, that was the Peanut Gallery chiming in. That's how this show works. By the way, if you'd like to chime in from the Peanut Gallery, you can do that. All you got to do is follow us on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. If you hashtag Parlay Radio, if you want to comment on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, we'll see them here. Producer Andrew will curate them, make sure that you're not too rude. Rude is okay. Not too rude, though. Put them up on the screen, and I'll try to read them out, and we'll try to answer your questions. Or broadcast your comment live on national radio. All right, last game. We got the LA Lakers at Clippers. It's showtime, folks. Showtime is back in LA. It's the Lakers' Anthony Davis and LeBron James against the Clippers' Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I was hearing just before the show, we've got 2 championship favorites playing this game. Laker coach Frank Vogel has his, has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, I would say, to actually perform with this all-star lineup. Take it away, LT Gray.
All right, yes, we do. The Clippers are favored to win the title at 7-2. Lakers second choice at 4-1 here, and of course this will be played on the Clippers' home court, designated home court. So their fans will be in attendance, so you can walk faster around the stadium. You don't have to walk around the walkers and the oxygen tanks there if it was a Laker home game.
It's like going to the South Point Casino here in Las Vegas. There are times all you got to do is walk around the floor and you can see proof of life after death.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. So you have a younger crowd here at the Clipper game. I like the Clippers here plus the 3. Now, note we need to make some injury notes here. Clippers are without Paul George for the first 10 games coming off that shoulder, but Kyle Kuzma out for this game because of a foot issue. So those are 2 key injuries for both sides, but I like the collective depth around the Clippers. They really have talent roster they put together around Kawhi Leonard. Complimenting Leonard is a really good defensive point guard in Patrick Beverly. Prefer the bench for the Clippers, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Maurice Harkless, and even JaMychal Green, who came over from Memphis. This is a 40% three-point shooter. Yeah. The Lakers would love to have something like this, but they don't. And one thing I noticed here with the Lakers, when you look at their depth chart, 2 weaknesses in that starting lineup. Rajon Rondo at point guard, and my goodness, Dwight Howard at center.
Yeah, how about that? Lakers need Klay Thompson.
They do, but he's not healthy, and he's going to miss most of the season for the Golden State Warriors. Of course, Kevin Durant.
Right, isn't that perfect for the Lakers then? They need a player who's going to be out the whole season with an injury. I mean, that's just about par for the course, I would say.
That might help them, but the West is getting so stacked now. It's harder and harder now to make the playoffs. Of course, we got to talk about this head coach, Frank Vogel, a defensive-minded coach who was run out of Indiana because of a lack of offensive creativity. And, of course, they hire Jason Kidd, who's the complete opposite, who was run out of Milwaukee during the season. He was a coach fired during the season. I don't like that, mainly because he couldn't play defense. So, I don't know. I mean, you talk about Vogel's pressure, but then there's Jason Kidd looking for the job. I don't know. I don't think his personality fits as an assistant coach. I don't like this marriage between Vogel and Kidd. I think it's bad.
Vogel the Kid sounds like some sort of Western gangster, doesn't it?
It sounds more that way. And of course,
Frank Vogel.
Will LeBron James play defense? That's the question here, because Vogel wants defense. We got to see how this all works out. Should be
That's the other question, right?
That's right. Well, the thing about it is China's not too happy with the NBA right now anyway.
No. $3 billion of value for the NBA in China. They need to just step out of politics, step back into sports. By the way, we just have a minute left, but I want to make a comment here. We were talking about the Lakers, Clippers, the Showtime back in LA, and we were talking about this great run, the Washington Nationals making it all the way to the World Series. And I've said this before on this show. I'm just going to say it again. This is why we love sports. This is why we love sports betting. You know what? You can stick your Kardashians where the sun don't shine. This is the greatest true reality show on earth, isn't it, Tony?
Oh, absolutely. This NBA, this soap opera for men. Again, it's great, and I just love. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's Laker-Clipper games. I like the Clippers plus the 3 in that game.
Okay, so that was it. The Clippers plus the 3. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, I heard you right.
That's right.
All right, that's Tony Tellez, Tony the Tiger. Tony, thank you so much. You can find Tony's picks on picksandparlays.net. What's that? $100 off. Oh, I'll mention that. Don't you worry. I got Craig over here in the peanut gallery. He thinks it's Craigulation time, but it's really not. It's Tony the Tiger time. But Craig would like me to mention, quite rightly, that we have a special right now at picksandparlays.net for our expert picks. It's $100 off, and you can choose a $5.99 package for one handicapper, one expert handicapper, all season during the NBA, including the playoffs, or $7.99 for dose for 2 expert handicappers. You tell me which way the math adds up there. I'll tell you right now, you're going to do really well to go to picksandparlays.net and sign up right now. All right, up next, we're going to recap all the picks. Be right back.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
All right, welcome back to the show, Picks and Parlays Radio on the Sports Byline Broadcast Network. Just a reminder, Monday through Friday, we're with you at every day, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Right here on these networks, we do hope you will make us a regular part of your sports betting week because we love chatting to you. By the way, you can always talk to us on social media, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We stream the show live there as well. Any comments coming up right now, Andrew? I know we had a couple here. Okay, we'll get them up in a second. Meanwhile, this is the part of the show where we like to recap our picks. If we're ready, let's... Oh, there we go. Brian Bittler, always profitable to fade LeBron the last 2 years. Yeah, he's not been quite the impact that I think people had hoped he would be. All right, let's put up our picks. Here we go. Here's what we covered today on the show, in case you missed any. Right here, let's go. Starting with Sean Higgs. College football picks. SMU at Houston. We said take Southern Methodist minus 13.5. Oklahoma at Kansas State. Take Oklahoma minus 22.5. And Texas at Texas Christian. Take Texas. Those were Sean Higgs' picks. And then we had Tony the Tiger, El Tigre himself, starting with the big World Series game uno, Nationals at Astros. Take the under 7. And for the NBA, it's all starting off. It's all tipping off for the NBA. Pelicans at Raptors. Take the Pelicans plus 7. Lakers at Clippers. Take the Clippers plus 3. There you have it. Those were our picks. And once again, loads of free picks on the website at picksandparlays.net. And right now we do have an NBA special. $100 off the entire NBA season, including the playoffs. It's $5.99 for one expert handicapper and handicapper's picks, and $7.99 for 2 expert handicappers' picks. That is 2 expert handicappers and their picks. So be sure to go and check that out. And if you're not ready for the expert handicappers, of course, we've got loads of free picks. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, or 1 p.m. Pacific. Until then, enjoy all the games, bet safely, bet responsibly, and we'll chat to you tomorrow. Go to picksandparlays.net. Until then, bet, win, repeat.